Hi lovely and darling viewers, it's Jen here at Check Her Joy, and today I'm doing another Vote Coasters video. So I've already done one for last year in 2021 where I ranked all the coasters I had ridden at that point. This year I rode so many coasters that we're breaking it up into 4 videos. Last time I did my East Coast coasters where we went to Six Flags Great Adventure in New Jersey, King's Dominion, and Busch Gardens Williamsburg. This time we are going to do Orlando, Florida. So we took a trip in February/March. Like we literally went the last day of February and then the first day of March to Orlando, where we went to SeaWorld Orlando, Fun Spot Kissimmee, Fun Spot Orlando, and then Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios Orlando. That's how we escaped Ohio's cold winters. Okay, so I'm going to make this chapterized. Again, the things will be down at the bottom, breaking it up by park. First up, we've got, and I've still got 2 more videos to do after this too. All those videos will be linked down in the description below. And by the way, guys, I do have an Instagram where I am posting coaster pictures when I remember every couple days. So it's also Check Her Joy, but over at Instagram, and I'll post a link to that if you're interested in my coasters. Okay, first up, SeaWorld Orlando. Okay, so we hit SeaWorld Orlando. We got there like I think the first full week of Icebreaker actually being opened officially and not just on previews. So that opened in 2022. It's Premier Rides. So Icebreaker has a multi-pass launch where you're kind of like launching back and forth, forwards and backwards. A few times there's like this spike you go backwards up, and then you launch forward over a top hat finally, and then do some cool laterals. Super fun. It's 1,900 feet long, so not very long for a coaster. 93 feet tall on that spike, and 52 miles per hour. Fun. Question is, where do I put it? Here are my other launching coasters I liked. It doesn't quite have the theming that Verbolten's Blackout Stunt Coaster had that make them awesome. Where do we put Icebreaker though? Gotta say Nitro is better. Okay, I'm putting Icebreaker down below Laugh Track. I mean, I really have fun on all these coasters. These are really good coasters. Okay, next coaster we did was Kraken. This is the 2000 B&M. It's a floorless coaster, 149 feet tall, 65 miles per hour, and has 7 inversions. It goes along this like little pond where it mirrors Mako. Super pretty, but Kraken is rough, at least when we rode it. So I'm gonna put it down here by my rough coasters that aren't like most amazing, but still are fun. In the comment, I like River more when where it gets hard. Like I love it when it's a standout really good or really bad coaster. Okay, so my final deciding factor on Kraken is that it's a little bit rough, so I'm gonna put it below Jersey Devil, which is also fun. Jersey Devil is more on the boring side than Kraken, but they're both fun. Alright, then we rode Mako because they're right next to each other, obviously. This opened in 2016. It's also a B&M. This is a hyper coaster. It's 200 feet tall with 200-foot drop. Reaches 73 miles per hour. I think it's Florida's only hyper, or the only one in Orlando, something like that. Okay, Nitro and a Polished Chariot. I like Mako better than Polished Chariot. Okay, Nitro goes a little bit faster. That's the deciding factor. Mako has a really good floater though. They're really close, guys. Super close. I'm sorry if you like one or the other better, but they're like really hard to judge. They're both the best ride at their park, I think. So hard. Okay, I'm leaving it alone. Then we went and rode Manta. This is a Flyer, 2019 B&M, 140 feet tall, 56 miles per hour, does 4 inversions. It's really pretty. It goes by a waterfall. You're flying over a lake. You're supposed to be. So still a Flyer. I rode Superman. Flying coaster, where are you? Here we go. Okay, it is better than Superman. I'll mess with her, she's just plain boring. Okay, these are both uncomfortable, but fun once you get over the uncomfortableness. I'm going to put Manta slightly above Tumbleweed. And then we rode the Kiddie Coaster. Super Grover's Boxcar Derby. This is 2006 from Zier. Pretty standard kiddie coaster. What did I do with the other Grover coaster from Williamsburg? They are pretty close to each other. Ride experience are roughly the same. The Grover and Alpine Express is slightly cuter. Of it. That's how we're ranking things, guys. When it comes to kiddie coasters, anyway. And Journey into Atlantis was not open in. No, actually, it was open. We were like, no, we're not riding that. It's cold. Then we went to Fun Spot Kissimmee. Here. The first one we rode was Galaxy Spin. This is 2011's Zamperla. It's a spinning wild mouse, 42 feet tall, 29 miles per hour fast. The fun part is the spinning. They're side-by-side spinners though, so that you can change the amount of spin by trying to unbalance the coaster. So we did it a few times and messed around with the seatings with the two of us, and we're like sitting next to each other, sitting furthest apart, sitting on the same side, and really trying to place the spin. I really love this coaster. I'm really excited that Cedar Point's getting a spinning wheel too. Love it. All right, where is Laugh Track? Because Laugh Track's better. I like the spinning, but Laugh Track's theming is top notch. I went too far, didn't I? Okay. Ah, tough. Different experience. All right, I'm gonna say that Galaxy Spin was more fun than Fairly. That's where I'm putting it. We also rode Hurricane. This is a 2019 E&F Miler, 52 miles, or it's 52 feet tall. This was like a traveling coaster. It's actually really good. It's got some fun laterals, actually some airtime, surprisingly. I'm gonna put it down here. I don't know. It's our Galaxy Spin. Okay, so it's right below Galaxy Spin. They're both really fun. And then Mind Blower. My brother didn't like this. He thought it was rough and was giving him head like the vibration was weird, but I super loved it. So this is a 2019 by Gravity Group. Or Gravity Craft actually built it. It's a wooden coaster. It has inversions. It's a corkscrew, and I think that one's over the station or something. 83 feet tall, 48 and a half miles per hour. Super fun. I love it. Um, laterals were great. It was so much fun. So it's not as good as Mystic. Um, Miko and Matt are different experiences. I like it better than Racer. Sorry, Racer. I made that decision. Did not rate the kiddie coasters because it was super late. We did this in 2 days. So we did SeaWorld and then both fun spots all in the exact same day after leaving Ohio and leaving for a flight that we caught. Like we had to leave at 3 a.m. to catch that flight. So I was finding these coasters like super late at night. I was like, I'm tired. Did not care about kiddie credits. Okay, so we also went to Fun Spot Orlando. We rode Freedom Flyer. This is the kiddie coaster, basically pretty similar to Flying Ace, but it's longer and more fun than that. Flying Ace. So more fun than Grover or Little Dipper. It was putting it below Racer. And then we also rode White Lightning. This is 2013 Great Coasters International wood, some 69.7 feet tall, and reaches 44 miles per hour. It's like Mystic Timbers. It has some really good trend, like flipping back and forth transitions. Gives it some laterals. I also rode this very, very late at night, like 10 o'clock at night, and they were taking so long to load because it's such a small coaster and there were a bunch of kids and it was just like I was falling asleep on this coaster. Honestly, I was in the station like um that's my memory of this coaster, but I did think I enjoyed it. Where I'm gonna put you in between Tempesto and the Runaway Mine Train. That was a little rough. Next up, we did Islands of Adventure at Universal. That was the next day. We rope drop Velocicoaster, obviously. This is a 2021 Intamin. It has LSM launches, 150 feet tall, 70 miles per hour, 4 inversions. One of them is the famous Mosasaur roll, where you do like a barrel roll over the water, and it's awesome. Also, the top hat is so good. There are 2 launches. One of them takes you from 40 miles per hour up to 70, just like a booster launch. And of course, it's themed to Jurassic World and has raptors. So much fun. Loved it. It's definitely better than Maverick. But a similar ride. So the question is, where does it fit? Okay, well, as soon as I get off this coaster, I'm like, this is my favorite coaster that does inversions. Go up here. Hadn't ridden Loch Ness yet, and I really do love those lateral. It's in my top 10, but I don't know where. It's really hard because they're all really, really good. All right. Taking the Mad Mouse down. Want to. I love the Mad Mouse. Velocicoaster is really, really good. And then we rode Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. This is a 2019 Intamin. It's half of it's a straddle coaster where you're on a motorbike, and the other half is a sidecar next to it, and I was in the sidecar. I don't know if that's going to change my rankings and feelings because I haven't done the other side. This one is 65 feet tall, 50 miles per hour. It's besides the really cool Harry Potter theming, it has a rollback element. I think it's a vertical-ish spike, and a drop track. It is not as good as Verbolten or Backlot. I was kind of disappointed because the pacing on Hagrid's, it kind of slows down so you can take in all the like theme elements and the statues and like the things that are going on, which is cool, but it loses the pacing on the actual roller coaster part. It's more exciting than Blue Streak. That's my deciding opinion. And then we also rode Incredible Hulk. This is a 1999 B&M originally. I know they redid the entire coaster and rebuilt it. It's 110 feet tall, 65 miles per hour, 7 inversions, and it does a launch on the vertical, which is in a tunnel, which just seems so you're in like a gamma chamber. And the actual coaster itself was fun, but it gave me a bit of a headache because like the vibrations or whatever behind my ear. I don't know why it bothered me, but it did. It's like the problem my brother usually complains about on coaster. I think we're gonna put it above Runner in Mine Train. Runner in Mine Train is one of my marking points. Okay, so we did Universal Studios Florida. First one we rode over there was Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. This is more of a dark ride with coaster elements, like it's got a drop in it, it counts, but it's still like mostly a dark ride. This is a 2014 Intamin. Good. Like the theming was great and it was fun on like these giant IMAX type screens. I felt like you were in the movie. But the actual coaster experience itself was not really particularly. I'm gonna rank it by the kiddie coasters. I'm gonna rank it below Tornado. The actual experience is awesome, but the coaster part itself, like if it didn't have all that theming. Okay, Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. 2009 Mauer, 167 feet tall, 65 miles per hour. It has a really scary vertical chain lift, which I was worried about. Once I got on there, I'm like, oh, this is just like laying on my bed, but getting to go up on a coaster, so that was kind of fun. And it has audio, so I got to listen to the Muppets singing moving right along as I rode the coaster. You get to pick your own audio too, which is great. So that added to the fun. My brother got like that weird vibration thing where it hurt, but I did not, and I loved it. It is a bit slower. I'm not gonna say it's like a standout coaster. Okay, I'm gonna put it above Incredible Hulk, but below White Lightning. And then we rode Woody Woodpecker's Nut House coaster. This is a kiddie coaster. 1999. It's a Vekoma. Gets to hold 22.9 feet tall. It's fun. The theme is fun. Maybe up by Grover just because the theming is fun. Mummy was closed, and we didn't ride the 2 kiddie coasters at Islands of Adventure. So there are my Florida rankings of those parks, everything in Orlando that we went to. We're planning another winter escape this year, so this really was a fun trip. Yeah. I think the highest one is Mako for sure. That was my favorite one on the trip. Yeah. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. I think I'm doing my Midwest coasters next just because California was the most recent thing I did, so I'm going to do them all together. And the Midwestern ones are going to include Coaster Stock at Kings Island and Coaster Con at Cedar Point and Kennywood. So I got to pick up some kitty coasters. Officially picked up the rest of my Cedar Point and Kings Island credits that were open, not top throw. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to do the other videos, 2 more, one for the Midwest, one for California. Post the links to the ones I've already filmed down below, including last year's, and my Instagram if you want to check out my photos. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. I love you. Bye.